Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Jailani Barzan, NIM 201107301. I'm from class 1 to my purpose of doing this presentation is to do assessment from the English class 2. The title of my presentation is the definition of electrical soldering. This is a picture electrical soldering. Solder is type of word tool that serves to connect a component in electrical equipment. The way solder works is heating or melting tin with aim of making the process easier to connect a component. Connecting the wires using solder is the safest way because the joint will not loosen. Soldering function is 1. Installing electronic components. Solder surface to have the line wire in installation of electronic component. Installation of electrical component on the PCB requires solder and tin to finally attach it. 2. Removing electronic component. In addition to installing component, solder is also used to remove electronic components that are already installed on the PCB board. The removal of the component is usually done if the component is damaged, so the damaged component must be replaced with a new component. Solder come in many different types and come in a variety of shape and size. Generally gun shape and started with a soldering iron tip on the point, pointed and equipped with a temperature control knob. Soldering is definition into three, namely 1. Ordinary TP solder. The common solder TP is type of solder to find on the market, and the selling prices of the soldering is relatively cheaper. 2. Stream soldering. This type of steam soldering has several advantages, including 1. Can be used for the soldering deodoring process of surface mount technology component. The temperature can be adjusted from 100 degrees Celsius to 500 degrees Celsius. 3. Able to process damage to component caused by unstable electricity. 4. You need to know, according to the advantage, the selling price of the steam solder tended. 3. Solder equipment with temperature control. Another type of solder is a solder with a temperature controller. This type of solder has the advantage that the temperature will remain stable even though it has been turned on for a long time. Electrical soldering parts. 1. Hertz element. Soldering is a type of Hertz tool that connects electrical energy into thermal energy. The main part of the soldering iron is a soldering element or heating element that functions as a determinant of high and low temperature. 2. Soldering iron and soldering eye. The tip or soldering iron is the neck part of the electrical soldering that serves to drain the heat energy preferably generated by the heating element. Because it functions as a conductor, this part must be made of a material that is able to conduct heat well. 3. Soldering handle. Soldering handles some are short and some are rod-shaped. The material to make the handle of the soldering iron is placed with is mixed with certain material so that it remains safe and does not really not meet when the solder is heated. That's all my presentation today. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.